Despite 72% of Republicans saying they do not want Sarah Palin to run for president, Sarah Palin's Political Action Committee is at it again. They're teasing her supporters with a potential Palin 2012 run. The Des Moines Register obtained a fundraising letter sent Tuesday that reads in part, Governor Palin is on the verge of making her decision of whether or not to run for office. Someone must save our nation from this road to European socialism. Do you think it should be Governor Palin? If so, you can send your best one-time gift to Sarah PAC today to help her elect more common-sense conservatives and show her that we support her if she decides to run. We have new guidance here at The Last Word on the future of Sarah Palin in the just-released book written by her almost son-in-law, Deer in the Headlights, My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. Levi Johnston writes about Sarah Palin as governor of Alaska. I hate this job, she used to say. I could be making money instead. Joining me now is friend of the show, Levi Johnston. Making money is what she's up to, right, Levi?
That's what it's all about.
That's what I've been calling all along. I've been saying no chance of running for president. She's making money. This is working for her. And to make more money, she wants to tease people into thinking she's a factor in presidential politics.
As long as she can milk it, make people think that she's going to run. She's making a lot of money off of it.
All right, that's it, America. Case closed. Levi Johnston says she's not running for president, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, there's times I think she will, but the more I think about it, I don't think she's quite dumb enough to try.
Now, last time you were here, you were, speaking of dumb enough, thinking about running for mayor of Wasilla. Did you smarten up and rethink that?
Yeah, I actually smartened up real quick. After they started throwing all the books and everything at me, and I quickly realized that I was not qualified for it, and years to come I might try it, but as of right now, I'm not ready.
Let someone who desperately needs that, do that. And besides, it would cut into your nightclub time. This mayor thing, you don't want that. It's not good. Yeah. Now, normally when we have book authors on the show, we frequently will read passages of the books. But I realized you're here. You can. Why not just let you do the reading? Can you do this passage here that gives us a little bit of a flavor of what your life was like in and around the...
I don't need to read it out of the book. I can just tell you.
Well, why don't you just read that passage so viewers and book buyers will know what they're in for on this book. Just the highlighted piece.
That night, Sarah went out to a meeting. We were upstairs in Bristol's room, where Todd's diesel truck came up down the driveway. So we decided to chance it and take a shower together.
It's in the book.
You would pick this one.
It's in the book.
We were in the middle of shampooing each other's hair. we heard the truck come back. I freaked. I was drying off my hair with one hand and hers in the other. As we pulled our clothes out of a pile on the floor, I tried to make it downstairs before he got inside, but it was slow. We listened to Todd come in and open the fridge. Then I heard the creak in his recliner. When I snuck on my cap, we rolled downstairs. I had to look like most obvious prep in Wasilla. None of it mattered. Bristol's dad was asleep. We were more careful when we took a bubble bath downstairs in Sarah's jacuzzi.
And we can cut it right there on the jacuzzi. Look, thank God for that recliner, huh? He just would fall asleep right away. As once you heard the creak in the recliner, you knew it was like, good. Yeah, you knew minutes away he's going to be snoring, right?
Well, it was, watching a basketball game.
Levi, this was risky business for you in that house.
It was, yeah. I mean, I could have been dead right there.
You could have been dead. Well, I mean, okay, so what would Todd have done if he caught you? I mean, is he an angry guy? Does he have a temper?
Well, I imagine, if I had a daughter and I come home and, boyfriend, a daughter,
Wait a minute. If Levi Johnston has a daughter, if he comes home to that scene, isn't he going to be a little more understanding since he lived through that himself? Come on.
No.
Okay, no?
No, we'd be out back, I think.
Now, this was a little part that surprised me here. If you could just read that highlighted section there.
I'm the one, Bristol said, who should be having the baby, not Sarah. The Palin kids call their parents Todd and Sarah when they're tense. Bristol looked at me. Let's get pregnant. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it happened.
That's pretty close. You know, we talked about a baby, and you know, after Sarah got pregnant and had Trig, that's when it really we really started going for it. But didn't you think, wait a minute, I don't have the income for this. How are we going to do? I mean, thinking at all. I'll tell you. I started thinking it didn't work because it hadn't happened yet anyway. So I was just young. I didn't. I just kind of was like, you know, so if it happens, you had run the risk before. Yeah, I mean, we had, yeah, and I mean it never happened. So I was like, you know, I was young. I was like, whatever. Let's, you know, let me tell you, it happened real quick. But now that you are a father, there's nothing to regret. When there's a baby there and there's a kid in your life, there's nothing to regret about that. It's just something to embrace, right? That was, you know, Trip being born was the, you know, happiest day of my life, and I wouldn't change it for anything. And if we sell enough of these, deer in the headlights, on sale this week, we got college education right here. Right? College education. I can go back home and get my pilot's license and become a guide. Now, what are you doing? Tank is here tonight. Yeah. He takes you everywhere you go in New York City. He's there with my guy Anthony, who takes me everywhere I go in New York City. I told Anthony to find out from Tank where you guys are going tonight so we can all hang together. Where are you going after the show? Yeah, I don't know where we're going. All right, I'm following Tank. Levi Johnston, thank you very, very much for coming back and joining me this evening.